Greetings, your king is here. So apparently, WatchMojo, the YouTube channel where I go to find like top 10 strongest Marvel villains, is doing a top 10 for Honkai Star Rail. Top 10 strongest Honkai Star Rail characters. And look at this thumbnail. What? Is that supposed to be Trailblazer? She looks so malnourished, man. What? This is what the actual Trailblazer would look like if she actually ate the trash from Bellabok. What is this, bro? But actually, the video that I got, like, not to know about this video is actually from Box 2. So yeah, go check out his video. I don't want to like surprise myself, so I'm gonna watch it later. But I'm gonna like watch the original video just to see like what's happening here. Without further ado.
Whatever. Let's get this over with. The Anti-Matter Legion? Interesting.
Well, okay, wait. We need to do like a prediction. Who's gonna be on here? I feel like I'm still like half done hung on number 1, but like maybe Jinglu's number 2. Let's just see where they put it.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the units at the very top of the current meta in Honkai Star Rail.
Current meta? Yeah, actually
number 10, Kafka.
Meta. Kafka, okay, I guess.
Anyone who says lightning never strikes the same place twice has clearly never met Kafka. While her damage output looks underwhelming at first, the initial hit is only part of the story. You see, Kafka is the queen of the long game. Most of her skills apply the game-changing shock debuff, causing electrifying amounts of damage over time. Once you land a hit, all you have to do is sit back, relax, and watch as enemies fry around her. It's a sight to behold. In fact, Kafka's consistent access to status effects makes her one of the most reliable damage dealers in the whole cast. Shocking, isn't it?
True! Well, oh yeah, they used to make like these very bad puns. Okay.
Number 9, Fu Xuan.
Clear as daylight.
Okay, this is not based on
There's one
damage,
very good reason to always keep Fu Xuan on your team. To put it simply, this girl does not die. Thanks to her litany of regenerative abilities, she can keep herself on the battlefield through just about any attack. And even better, she can do the same with her team. Fu Xuan's unique skill allows her to partly shield her allies' damage intake for 3 turns. Pair that with her insane healing, and Fu Xuan's party becomes nigh unkillable. Oh, and did we mention Fu Xuan's skill also boosts her teammates' critical rate? Clearly, she doesn't just support your lineup. She's the reason it's effective at all.
Yeah.
The cycles of yin and yang never...
Okay, yeah, this is one of the strongest supports. She's like the support and a healer. Semi-healer. She like heals herself. Yeah, one of the best support and tank characters. So obviously we are like discussing like not like their own personal damage, but also how useful they are. Like this strongest word is like pretty subjective.
Number 8, Seela. In comparison to flashy skills, debuff mechanics, and situational ultimates, Seela is pretty straightforward. She simply does damage, and a lot of it. However, in a game like Honkai Star Rail, that alone wouldn't be enough to make her stand out, especially since she's limited to single targets. But that's where Seela's uber-powerful talent, Resurgence, comes into play. Whenever she eliminates an enemy, Resurgence buffs her attack.
I'm not gonna lie, this guy sounds like he's reading from a script.
And lets her act again. Essentially, she has the attack stat of a single target master, but the versatility to plow through hordes at the same time.
Not hordes. I mean, yeah, if the ideal amount for Seal, in my opinion, is like 1 or 2 enemies.
So, whether you're chipping away at a boss or grinding through grunts, Seela always deserves a spot on your team.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
If you're talking about raw damage, I feel like Seal is still in like top 4, top 3, man.
Legions of the past.
Number 7, Blade.
Blade.
Sword will be the last thing you see.
Yeah. Okay.
Given his name, it's only fitting Blade is the epitome of a glass cannon. He's got some of the best wind.
Wait, what? Glass cannon? You literally build HP on this guy. Hey, let me guess. Is it because he like gets to low health? Even his half health is more than other characters' full health. Okay, what is this?
Skills in the whole game, but they come at a high cost. Namely, his health bar. While trading damage for damage sounds risky, it's circumvented by the fact that Blade doesn't start fights. He ends them. But, as an extra precaution, his ultimate has a built-in failsafe too.
What are those graphics? What? I've never seen these in my life. Is this supposed to be on the phone? What? Oh, my phone looks different. What?
But, as an extra precaution, his ultimate has a built-in failsafe too. The ironically titled Death Sentence always restores Blade to half health, whether he's above or below the threshold. Then, it takes all the damage he's taken in the whole match and converts it into one explosive finishing blow.
A glass cannon is not a glass cannon. Okay. This Blade is not a glass cannon, Blade. Any glass cannon that can heal themselves is not a glass cannon.
Who needs health anyways?
No?
Number 6. Ting Yun.
持ってこぶぼ
Ting Yun number 6, bro. Ting Yun is so situational. Oh, even though she's like really broken.
You get a buff, and you get a buff, you get a buff, and you get a buff.
What?
No.
What is he talking about? Wait. What do you mean you get a buff? He only buffs one person in the team. What do you mean you get a buff? You get a buff, bro.
You get a buff, and you get a buff, you get a buff, and you get a buff.
No, only one guy
That's
gets a
right,
buff.
Ting Yun is all about those nice, powerful attack boosts. She's basically a walking, talking battery pack for your team, and with the right synergy, she can help even low-level heroes clear the battlefield. What's more,
Am I getting trolled here? She only buffs one person.
Ting Yun
right?
has one of the most useful ultimates in the game, in that it helps others to get their ultimates. And yes, Ting Yun's damage modifiers apply there too. It doesn't take a mathematician to see that attack buffs plus frequent ultimates equal a must-have for your team. After all, if you plan it right, Ting Yun can be the buffer that keeps on buffing.
あら
Okay.
Number 5. Silverwolf.
I can do this in my
Silverwolf
sleep.
number 5.
Nothing howls quite as loud as good old-fashioned debuff. Entering Silverwolf. She specializes in reducing all of an enemy's stats, and we do mean all of them. Defense, speed, attack, you name it, Silverwolf can do
True.
it. But that's still nothing compared to her unique skill. Using Allow Changes, Silverwolf gives a foe an elemental weakness of one of her teammates' types. No other character in the whole game has that kind of mid-battle versatility. It's so flexible that honestly, Silverwolf
True. Only Pella comes close.
can slot into just about any team composition and still do well. At this point,
Yes.
there's really no excuse to leave her on the bench.
Come back in a century.
The Silverwolf is probably one of the most versatile units in the game.
All done.
Number 4. Bronya.
Bronya is a
I respect this. They are putting Bronya number 4. Bronya is like the support
type
unit.
fighter following the path of harmony who leads her companions to victory in the name of the Amber Lord.
You don't even need to make a move to see why Bronya is worth joining the front lines. By activating her Banner of Command technique, every ally starts the next match with a passive attack buff. But when Bronya's actual turn comes around, she takes that idea to a whole new level. We're talking about dispelling debuffs, raising the whole team's damage output, and more. And if that's not enough, whichever ally Bronya targets immediately gets another turn too. It's obvious that Bronya is so much more than your average support unit. If you
What's that footage? He buffs herself and... Okay, you don't buff yourself on Bronya. It's like, I don't know what's going on. You're playing Bronya solo, you're playing it wrong already.
immediately gets another turn too. It's obvious that Bronya is so much more than your average support unit. If used correctly, she can control the flow of the entire game altogether.
To guard and defend.
Crush them.
them.
Number 3. Lacha.
True! Actually true. Oh, I didn't think WatchMojo would put Lacha that high. I really love Lacha. Lacha's like one of my favorite units actually.
Stars.
I've been using him since she came out.
Undercurrent
He came out.
swells beneath the tide.
The cleanse,
Ironically, the best
heals.
healer in Honkai is also one of the game's most powerful combatants. Lacha's support abilities scale with his attack stat, giving him an incredibly rare niche as a unit that can both heal damage and dish it out. The best part? He can do it all in a single move. Once Lacha activates his signature skill, Prayer of the Abyss Flower, it will automatically replenish his allies' health when they take a certain amount of damage.
True.
No turn or skill points needed. That frees up Lacha to focus on offense, and thanks to his aforementioned attack stat, that comes pretty naturally. Talk about getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's the only healer that
Witness your promise.
scales with attack right now.
Number 2. Jinglu.
Ooh, Jinglu is actually number 2. Okay, number 1 is Dan Heng already. Okay.
Ever since her release, Jinglu has frozen
okay.
her way at the very top of the competitive scene.
The correct prediction, boys.
And for good reason. With or without investment, her ice damage is simply unmatched.
Oh, yeah, they had,
Especially
like-
when you take into account her signature talent, Crescent Transmigration. Each basic attack raises her level, and after just 2 strikes, Jinglu no longer needs any skill
Wait,
points
what
to
did you
unleash her
say?
Each basic attack raises her level, and after just 2 strikes, Jinglu no longer needs
Basic
any
attack?
skill points to unleash her
Basic attack isn't it elemental skill? Wait, what?
devastating. Each basic attack raises her level.
Okay, what? Basic attack. If Jinglu used basic attack to get his unique form, I would say she would be broken.
To put that into perspective, her ultimate can dish out over 300%
That would mean she doesn't need to use skill charges at all.
of her gargantuan attack stat onto a single enemy. So word of advice, get Jinglu while you can. There may never be a character as strong as her in a very, very long time.
Did this video came out on her
So
banner?
I wield my blade to
True.
the very end, until the stars have been cut down from the sky.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
What?
and
No
ring the bell
honorable
to get
mentions.
notified
I was
about our
gonna say,
latest
where would
videos.
honorable
You have
mention?
the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your
Okay,
settings and
boys.
switch on notifications.
Wait, there's a WatchMojo
Number
app, what's
1.
that?
Dan Hang
Okay.
Imbiber Lune.
Damn hung, baby. Okay.
If you're looking for damage, you're in the right place. As its name implies, the Imbiber Lune form is Dan Hung, but better in just about every conceivable way. Arguably, he's better than everyone else too. Thanks to his talent, Righteous Heart, Dan gets a slight damage buff with each individual hit of his basic attack. He can also stack skill points to increase the number of hits, ramping up the multiplier even more. Then, just to really sweeten the deal, Imbiber Lune comes with unique passives that offset his high energy costs. Suffice
Yep.
it to say, this is Imbiber Lune's game, and everyone else is just living in it.
That phrase is such a common phrase. This has to be scripted, bro. Is something characters game and we are just playing it. Something, bro. Okay. Ain't no way the guy who wrote the script is actually playing it.
Which Honkai Star Rail character do you always take into battle? Let us know in the comments below. Did you enjoy this video?
Actually, it's a pretty well-balanced list. I don't know why... Okay, here's the thing about like Honkai Star Rail characters, right? It's like you cannot just say like based on damage the strongest characters, right? You have to like, you can say like Lacha's the best healer in the game, like Downhung's like the best damage dealer in the game. I would say Blade's like the best tank right now. It's like you can't just strictly say one's the strongest, you have to like use them together. Like Genshin Impact, but actually the list was like okay, I would say. Actually Star Rail, I would say like you can use every character equally. I wouldn't say it's like in certain situations some are better than others, but this is not a bad list. Really not that bad. Except like the glass cannon. What is that glass cannon? What? Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, bro. Okay, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I mean, BAKUDAN, but peace out.